All right, welcome to this week's Explainer. We've got a really important one today, a critical new recall that's just hit the auto industry. And look, if you or anyone you know drives a Jeep Hybrid, you are absolutely going to want to stick around for this.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with the big number, the one that tells you the scale of this thing. We are talking about over 320,000 vehicles. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a huge number of cars, which really tells you how widespread this safety issue is.
Yep, that's the official number. Chrysler has put out a massive safety recall. And this isn't for some obscure model either. We're talking about some of the most popular plug-in hybrid SUVs you see out on the road. And the reason they're doing this? Well, it's pretty serious.
So that leads to the big question, right? Is your Jeep affected? Let's get right into the details and break down exactly which models and years are on this recall list.
Okay, here's the breakdown. It's focused on two really popular plug-in hybrid models. First up, the Jeep Wrangler. We're talking about a massive 228,000 of them, from the 2020 all the way through the 2025 model years. Then you've got the Jeep Grand Cherokee, over 91,000 of those, from the 2022 to 2026 model years. So a pretty wide range for both.
All right, so let's talk about the why. What's the actual danger here? Because this isn't, some minor cosmetic thing or a simple software glitch. No, this is a really fundamental safety risk we're dealing with.
And you don't have to take my word for it. This is straight from the top, the National Highway Traffic Safety Agency, or NHTSA. Their warning is crystal clear, no mincing words. They're saying there's a faulty battery that can fail and, yikes, lead to a fire.
And listen, this isn't just a what-if scenario. This is actually happening. Chrysler itself has acknowledged they know of 19 separate reports that could be tied to this very battery problem. 19.
And here's where it gets even more serious. It's not just about damaged property. At least one injury has been directly linked to this issue. That's a huge deal, and it's exactly why you're seeing everyone, from the regulators to Chrysler, moving on this so urgently. Okay, so this is probably the most important part of this whole breakdown. What do you actually do if you own one of these Jeeps? These are the official instructions, and you need to follow them, right now. The NHTSA has laid out two super simple but absolutely critical steps. First thing, park your Jeep outside, not in the garage, not under a carport. Get it away from your house, away from any buildings. Second, and please listen closely to this one, stop charging it. Don't plug it in at all, not until this thing is fixed.
So after you've taken care of those immediate safety steps, here's what comes next. You should be getting a letter in the mail, but hey, you don't have to wait for that. You can go to NHTSA's website right now and check your VIN to see if your vehicle is on the list. I've got the key info for you here, the official recall number and Chrysler's customer service number, just so you have everything in one place.
Now, here's where the story gets a little more complicated. For some of you watching, this whole thing might be giving you a bit of déjà vu, and there's a good reason for that, because this isn't the first time we've seen this exact problem. And this is so important. The official notice says very clearly that even if your Jeep was recalled for this same issue before, you still need to bring it in for this new fix. Let that sink in. It basically means a first attempt at a solution didn't work. It just goes to show you how tricky these battery systems are to get right.
When you step back, this whole situation is bigger than just this one recall, or even just Jeep. It really shines a spotlight on a massive challenge for the entire car industry as we all move towards hybrids and EVs. And it leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? As we get millions and millions more of these cars on our roads, how are car makers going to make sure these incredibly complex batteries are safe, not just now, but for years to come? It's definitely something to think about.